Hi guys, welcome to Module 2. Last module we looked at the bare minimum of what our rules and licensing regulations should be, but this module we're going to look at what does program evaluation look like? What do high standards look like? And so what we're going to look at that lens through this module is the NACCE standards for early child care programs. Now, you are most likely probably familiar with the 7 NACCE standards for professional preparation, the ones that you guys are held by. So those would be standards like child development. NACCE Standard 1, NACCE Standard 2 is families and communities. NACCE Standard 3 is observation and documentation, things like that. So you guys are probably familiar with standards for professional preparation, but there's also a set of 10 standards for early child care programs, and that is what we're going to focus on when we look at evaluation of programs. So that looks at 10 different aspects of the early childhood program. One is relationships. What do the relationships with the children and the teachers look like? Another is curriculum. What does the curriculum look like? Is it aligned with standards, just like you guys align your lesson plans with milestones, foundation blocks, or SOLs? It looks at teaching. How do the teachers teach? Do they ask open-ended questions? Are they scaffolding? Are they using teaching methods that are grounded in theory and pedagogy? How are the children assessed? Is it through standardized tests, or is it through observation and open-ended questions? It looks at health and safety. How is the classroom and the outside area that the children are exposed to? How is that rated? We also, with the NACCE standards for early childhood programs, look at the staff competency and preparation. So you as teachers, what do you bring to the table? Meaning competency, what do you know about early childhood and preparation? What degrees, what certificates have you earned to prove that you have these competencies? Another one is families. What are the relationships like with their families? Are there parent nights? Are there conferences? Are there bulletin boards? Is it an open door policy? Another thing that NACCE standards look for in early childhood programs is the community relationships. What relationships are there between the community and the preschool? For instance, when I used to teach pre-K, I would have police officers come to the class and talk to my children about safety and calling 911. I'd have firefighters come. I'd have the aquarium come. So what kind of community relationships are there? The ninth thing that the NACCE standards for early childhood programs is the physical environment. So you guys at this point have done a lot of observations using the infant toddler environmental rating scale or the early childhood environmental rating scale. So at this point you're very familiar with the ITERs and ECHRs. And then the last point that the NACCE standards touches on is the leadership and management. So you as an administrator or a director, what skills do you have? Do you have open door policy? Do you have clear communication? Can you critique without putting down? So it's a very comprehensive set of standards that NACCE uses to evaluate early childhood programs, and we're going to really dive into that in this module. At the end of this module, you guys will actually be doing a director interview to where you get to look at things from the lens of a director. That is going to be your main assessment. All right, so I look forward to going through this with you guys, and I hope you enjoy all that you learn.